لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك والنعمة.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. I am Rashida Abubakar. Glad to have you once again on the program as you answer the call, a program that updates you on the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and its stakeholders in the Hajj industry. Tonight on the program, we shall still be looking at preparations for the 2025 Hajj and the new requirements laid out by NAHCON to facilitate the enlistment of tour operators for the 2025 Hajj exercise. Details of these and more in the Spotlight segment. Also in the package, we have other regular segments such as Making the Hajj and NAHCON News Diary, which highlights the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. Still coming your way is the announcement of the quiz winner. Keep watching.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. The program kicks off with the News Diary. Top in the lineup, Senate screens and confirms Professor Abdullahi Saleh Usman as NAHCON chairman, and pilgrims registration for the 2025 Hajj continues across the state and the FCT. Stay tuned for these and more.
The newly appointed chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, Professor Saleh Usman, appeared before the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs on Tuesday for screening.
So, distinguished colleagues, Your Excellencies,
the committee chairman, Senator Abubakar Sani Bello, led the exercise.
We are expected to screen, engage, interface with Malam Abdullahi Saleh with a view to finding out his capacity, his readiness, and his ability to run the National Hajj Commission effectively and efficiently. So without wasting time, we can go straight to business of the day. Distinguished colleagues, I believe we all have a copies of this CV, which has already been circulated. I believe you have already gone through the CV. It's straightforward, and the CV speaks to itself.
A member of the committee, Senator Muhammad Adamu Alero, expressed satisfaction with the credentials presented by the nominee, saying his wealth of experience in Hajj management makes him a suitable candidate to lead NAHCON.
I know him to be an active participant in the National Dawah Committee. I watch him on television. I interacted with him. I will say that there is no better person to be appointed as the chairman of Hajj Commission than Professor Abdullahi Saleh Usman.
Senator Alero then moved a motion that the committee allowed the newly appointed chairman to take a bow. The motion was seconded by Senator Shehu Umar Buba.
The chairman, without wasting much time, I would like to move a motion that this august body should consider the nomination of Professor Abdullahi Usman as the nominee for the Hajj Commission, and we submit our report to the plenary. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, my name remains Shehu Buba Umar, representing Bauchi South. Without mentioning words, I here to support this motion that the nominee should be considered and allowed to take a bow and go. I so second. Thank you.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Soon after the screening exercise, the NAHCON chairman in an interview thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the appointment, saying he is ready to justify the confidence reposed in him.
We thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCBR, for this trust he put on me. And inshallah, I promise to do my best.
Meanwhile, in line with the Senate rules, the House Committee Chairman, Senator Abubakar Sani, presented the report of the screening exercise to the Senate plenary for consideration. This was on Thursday.
That the committee did not receive any petition against his nomination as chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria. 3, that the nominee has been cleared by the security agencies. 4, that the nominee has presented his tax clearance and code of conduct acknowledgement slip. 5, that the nominee possesses the requisite academic qualifications as well as wide-ranging experiences to be the chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria.
Mr. President has done a wonderful job here because he has picked a man that has all what it takes to occupy this office. Going by the report shows that the nominee has the relevant track record, the experience, the wonderful pedigree needed for someone to acquire this exalted office.
Satisfied with the report, the Senate confirmed Abdullahi Saleh Usman as new NAHCON chairman.
Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate confirm the nomination of Professor Abdullahi Saleh for appointment as chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye, and those against say nay. The ayes have it.
In other news, in line with the directives from the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, Kano State Pilgrims Welfare Board has officially announced 8.4 million naira as initial deposit for each intending pilgrim from the state. Director General of the board, Lamin Rabiu Dambappa, announced this in Kano during a meeting with Hajj officials drawn from the local government areas of the state. The director said collection of deposit will continue until the announcement of the final Hajj fare by NAHCON. He then advised intending pilgrims on timely payments, adding that pilgrims are required to submit 8 passport size photographs, valid international passport, and have personal account for proper identification. NAHCON has allocated 4,356 Hajj slots to Kano State for the 2025 Hajj exercise. In Osun State, a portal for the registration of intending pilgrims from the state has been launched. The State Commissioner of Home Affairs, who supervises the State Pilgrims Board, Aderigbigbe Rashid, said the adoption of the process is to ensure transparency and accountability of the Hajj registration exercise. He then called on those wishing to register with the state for 2025 Hajj to apply through the website approved by the state government. The site is www.muslimpilgrim.osunstate.gov.ng.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Alhamdulillah, you are still watching As You Answer the Call, a public enlightenment presentation that keeps you abreast of the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and other Hajj-related matters. In continuation of the 2025 Hajj preparation, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, is leaving nothing to chance in ensuring that information is shared at the right time to all stakeholders. With new development coming from Saudi Ministry for Hajj and Umrah, NAHCON has held another round of a virtual meeting with tour operators to keep them abreast of happenings. In our Spotlight segment tonight, we shall be looking at this unfolding development and their impact on preparations for the 2025 Hajj. Do stay with us for these and more.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك لبيك لبيك.
Effective Hajj management requires proper planning and coordination among various stakeholders, which include government agencies, state pilgrims welfare boards, and tour operators. Clean communication also helps in streamlining operations to avoid hitches. As the preparations for the 2025 Hajj gathers momentum, so is the need for effective flow of information to ensure that all stakeholders are kept abreast of every development. This is why the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, interfaces with its major stakeholders such as the states and tour operators, among others. At this week's virtual meeting between NAHCON and tour operators, discussions focus on fresh information from either NAHCON or the Saudi Ministry for Hajj and Umrah. Such developments include extension of registration of tour operators by 2 weeks, use of bank guarantee for the payment of caution deposit, reducing of leading companies from 20 to 10, as well as refund for services not or poorly rendered. Prince Anafio Larewaju Elegushi is the Commissioner of Operations at NAHCON. He gives an insight on the new development on registration.
The registration period was extended till this Friday, but getting the fillers we are getting from some of these banks, we all are aware that there are issues with some of the banks in terms of transferring of funds and all other banking services. Some are, upgrading their system, and that can slow down the issue of processing. So that was the reason why we initially gave them the additional week for it to end by Friday. But now, at the meeting, they still requested that we give them more time. And at the EXCO today, I presented it before the EXCO, seeking for more time for the tour operators. And I want to tell you that the EXCO, ably led by the chairman, has graciously approved additional 2 weeks.
The commissioner added that.
So, as the registration is going on with the additional 2 weeks, our officer will commence their visitation, because its visitation to each office is part of the registration process. Normally, we're supposed to wait till we hand the registration before they commence the other aspect of the registration. But we said, since time is not on our side, as we are, as they are paying, they should, start other aspects of the registration.
At the meeting, the Commission also approved the option of honoring bank guarantee for the payment of 40 million naira caution deposit.
That has been their request, that instead of them, dropping cash, we should give them an opportunity to replace cash with bank guarantee. So we have also approved that if you don't want to come with the cash, you can also come with a bank guarantee of that 40 million.
NAHCON had earlier announced that 20 private companies will be the leading companies for tour operators. However, that has now been reduced to 10 at the instance of Saudi Ministry for Hajj and Umrah. In line with this policy, the ministry directs that each company must register a minimum of 2,000 pilgrims as a requirement for the issuance of Hajj visa.
The new policy of Saudi Arabia is that each company with 22,000 pilgrims. So, and their slot is 20,000. So if you divide, 2 by 20, will give you 10. So automatically we have to come down to 10 lead companies instead of the initial 20. So now it is going to be 10 lead company with 2,000 pilgrims.
Similarly, NAHCON says it is working on practical and realistic approaches, which explains why preparations are being done without the usual concessionary rate intervention from the federal government.
So that everybody that wants to embark on the journey, we know that is paying his full fare, not waiting for government to come and augment or do whatever. So the government is doing a lot now, a lot. So and we should commend them. So that's why we mentioned it, that there will be no, on our own side, I don't think there will be concessionary rate for anybody.
Against the background of complaints regarding delayed refunds for services not rendered from previous Hajj, NAHCON has begun the process of making refunds to all Nigerian pilgrims that participated in the 2023 Hajj. Each pilgrim out of the 95,000 that participated will get 150 Saudi Riyal, which is equivalent to about 60,000 naira. The refund is for the failure of cooling systems during the stay in Mashayar. Prince Anofio explains further on the issue, noting that NAHCON is committed to ensuring a clear and transparent refund process.
The Saudi authority paid some amount of money to the purse of NAHCON, which since then we've been demanding for details of that money paid to our account. And just recently, the details was released, and the composition of the details is one of the one we mentioned, that every pilgrims that embark on that journey must be given 150 riyal. They said it's for the shortage of energy during that period.
There are also other refunds that concerns those who stayed in Field 18 during the 2022 Hajj.
The Saudi authority, the way they demarcate their tents at the Mishai, they use field. So that Field 18 means we have some companies that fall under Field 18. So they will just have, those are the ones they are referring to, that if you are under that Field 18, you have a refund to get. And that was, I think that is for 2022.
In addition to this, NAHCON is working closely with Saudi authorities to resolve other issues, such as unexplained refund, trapped deposit in IBAN account, and Umrah visa challenges.
So if you recollect that last year, Ramadan, we had a major issue in the area of issuance of procurement of Umrah visa, where many people couldn't even get it. So most of the people that went for Umrah, the Ramadan Umrah, was the ones that have the either European visa or American visa. So we think we should act on that.
Indeed, NAHCON proactive measures underscore its commitment to improving the overall Hajj experience by having a more organized pilgrimage for Nigerian pilgrims.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
MashaAllah, the program is As You Answer the Call. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Don't go away.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك لبيك لبيك.
Drinking Zamzam water has its spiritual benefit. It is used for religious and other purposes as enjoined by Islam. In the course of the Hajj or Umrah, the Saudi government makes Zamzam available to pilgrims through taps and containers, particularly at the Haram masjids in Mecca and Madinatul Munawwara. What spiritual benefits are associated with Zamzam water?
This water, as you said, is beneficial to mankind. The Prophet ﷺ referred to it as the purest water on the earth, the most albarkated. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put barakah on it, and the most beneficial, so much so that it can be used as a sort of food. One can live on water of Zamzam. Ibn al-Qayyim said that I saw many people living in Mecca, they have nothing but water of Zamzam.
Zamzam water is a source of food and medication for its users.
It can also be used as a healing for those who are sick. And that's why you see pilgrims always put it in containers and take it as souvenirs. It now becomes a habit in Saudi Arabia that when a pilgrim comes, he has one bottle, I think, of 5 liters. It's already paid among our Hajj fares. So we take it back home so that our loved ones also will benefit from it.
The Islamic scholar further states that
the Prophet ﷺ said, Ma'u Zamzam lima shuribala. And this is the best benefit of Zamzam. Ma'u Zamzam lima shuribala. If you drink Zamzam for any purpose, Allah will grant you that purpose. Not only healing from sickness, but also your other prayers. So that's why when a pilgrim comes for Umrah or for Hajj, after performing the tawaf, he is also expected as a sunnah to go and drink Zamzam water. Sheikh Muhammad Nasiruddin al-Albani said he can also pour it on his head.
in addition to this, Professor Mansour Sokoto says the Quranic verses of Ayatul Shifa can be recited before drinking the Zamzam water. Similarly, Zamzam water can be used to perform ablution and for bathing in addition to other uses. But the Islamic scholar warns against diluting it with ordinary water.
Zamzam is Zamzam. You can use as little as you have. Not necessarily that you fill your belly with it. Even if it is 1, 2, 3 drops, you can use it. So no need to dilute it actually.
Professor Muhammad Mansour Sokoto calls on Muslims to seek more knowledge on how to perform the Hajj and Umrah.
Alhamdulillah. Now it's time to know the winner of last week's quiz and also the question for this week. Good luck.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, what major lesson is associated with the pelting of Jamrat? The correct answer is rejection of evil and reaffirming faith. The winner is Tasiu Ibrahim from Taraba State. He provided the answer ahead of others. Tasiu Ibrahim will be contacted on how NAHCON will rate him with the prize he won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's efforts in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, what is Istislam? Again, what is Istislam? Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing.
Once again, good luck to you. Up next are your messages.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لبيك.
Abubakar Usman made this comment on our Facebook page. It reads, I wish the newly appointed NAHCON chairman, Professor Abdullahi Usman, Allah's guidance in discharging his responsibilities diligently. Also from our Facebook page, Abdullahi Abubakar comments, congratulations to Professor Abdullahi Usman on his appointment as NAHCON chairman. Wish him Allah's guidance to deliver the mandates of the commission.
The message segment ends this edition of the program. See you same time, same day next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms showing on your screen. Once again, thanks for watching. Ma'assalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا